Hi there, this is Everything Tech back again with a new video, and today we're going to look at the P0087, the code that uh, you get it when you do have like lack of power, like you drive normally, but all of a sudden it's just like you're losing power, and the engine check light will come on, and if you scan it, you will get the P0087. And we do have this code in Sprinter 2015, but you can apply on these concepts like it's really the same in all, like most of them diesel cars. You see, the engine on this Sprinter is 2.1313 CDI, and obviously this engine, as most of you know, that's like many cars as well. So it's like I can see classes as CT20 D. So if you know what you're doing, it shouldn't be a problem for you. So let's jump on to the how we're going to diagnose this problem, and just to figure out what the problem, because the problem actually could be, this code could triggered by so many issues, because as you can see here, the fuel pressure is too low. So you could have like a problem in the fuel pump. You could have a problem in the low fuel pressure side of it. You could have a problem in the high fuel pressure side of it, which is the high fuel pressure pump as well. So we're gonna go and double check that and see how we're gonna diagnose this problem. The low fuel pressure side, the faulty part, as you know, could be the fuel pump in the tank, could be the lines that taking the fuel from the tank to the fuel filter, and could be the fuel filter as well is clogged or faulty. uh, could be you do have like a problem in the lines that coming out of fuel filter going to the injector. So, and the high fuel pressure side of it is the high fuel pressure pump and the injectors, you know what I mean, and the return valve as well. So you got so many different issues could trigger this code. That's why you would have to use the basic concept just to diagnose this problem. Because if you just gonna like through a part like that, change this, change that, you're never gonna solve it easily. You see, so you'd have to do the due diligence first, and you'd have to run the basic test first before you before you start changing parts, you know. And one of the tests that's come handy here and will help you out to figure out where the problems come from is the fuel leak test. So we'll just like block the return line, the one that will take the fuel back to the tank, and then connect the actual fuel test bottle, and then see how much fuel we get from each injectors, you know. So if you do have like faulty injectors or injectors that will return so much fuel back to the tank, obviously that will make the pressure to be dropped down, and that will trigger the code B0087. So we're gonna do that test first and see how it goes anyway. Yeah, first things we're going to do here is to take off the fuel line. As you can see me here, I'm just trying to be gentle, you know, with these clips, because they are very fragile, so they easily could damage. So if you like not like be careful with them, you'll have to get yourself ready to get another return line, because they're made from one of them is, I don't know, it's like, I would say like very cheap plastic. Because if you can see here the area where like these clips or these return lines like located in very heated area, so they've been exposed to so much heat all the time. So uh, if you didn't be careful and be gentle with them, you'd have to get yourself another one. And that's the thing that I would have to say in this regard. If you're still watching, please don't forget to subscribe. At least that will help a lot of people to see this video, and will help them out to sort out this problem. Because uh, this problem is like a little bit like, as I said to you earlier, it's like nightmare. So if you didn't use the proper tool, or if you didn't go with the by the book, you know, you would just like gonna throw a lot of part on it. You can see here I'm managed to get the return line off safely, you know what I mean, without damaging them clips, you know. And you'd have to use like a ply to block that return line, otherwise the fuel is gonna be everywhere when you're doing the test. Because we're going to do the test while the engine is running, so you'd have to block that return line before you go further. And then after that, as you can see here in this slide, so we'll be connecting the test kit to the every single injector. So with that, I will be able to see how much fuel I'm getting from every single injectors. So if there's any one of them like get like more fuel than the rest, that's will suggest most likely that injector is faulty or need to be replaced. So let's fire the engine and see how much fuel we're getting from every single injectors. So let's see how it goes anyway. Let me switch the engine on and then see how that result will come up with. So as you can see me here, just try to fire that engine and to see if how much fuel we're getting from every single injectors. As you can see here, right, yeah, as you can see me here, yeah, we're getting there's few bit fuels from the first injector from right, as you can see. The second, there's nothing. And the second, oh, the third one, as you can see, the third one's got a lot of fuel on it. The third injector, the third injector from right, or the second from the left. So that got a lot of fuel, as you can see, leaking a lot of fuel back to the tank. That's why this one making that pressure slide to be drop down and then trigger the code is P0087. So this one need to be replaced definitely. So as you can see here, switch the engine back off and then replacing that injectors, and hopefully the problem will be solved. Definitely that will fix the problem, but I just decided to run the test once again just to confirm, just to make sure that I'm getting the right, result, so I'll have to do it again. As you can see me here, just switching the engine on and then come back and then watch the fuel. As you can see, the third injector is like pouring down, so that with no doubt this one is faulty and need to be replaced as soon as possible. So I'm advising you, if you got P0087, before you replacing that, do this fuel leak test first before you do anything else. As you can see me here, just try to undo the main ball that holding the injector down in the engine, and take the fuel line off as well. But you'll have to first of all, take the the electric cables or wire that as you can see me here, using that hook. Be very gentle as well with this one, because easily the could get damaged, because as I said to you earlier, same as the fuel line, because this plastic exposed to a lot of heat, so they most likely, it's like waiting just to be get cracked. So be gentle with them, just try to take them off. After you taking that cable off, now you'll have to undo the fuel lines that are connecting the injector to the free rail, and you need 17 wrench to take this sort of socket off, and both sides 17 in the injectors and 17 mil in the fuel rail. So you'll have to take that one off. And one more important thing, as soon as you take that bolt out of the fuel line, you'll have to cover you'll have to cover that, where the lines come out of fuel rail. You'll have to cover it, otherwise if there's a dead just get into the fuel line, that's gonna damage your injector. So you'd have to do be careful about that one. You'd have to cover it with anything, so just at least to stop the dead getting to the rail. And the rest is just that easy, so it's straightforward thing, so there's nothing complicated at all. Just take that bulb off and then get the brand new injectors back in. And one more thing I just would like to add here, when you take the old bulb off, I would recommend don't put the old one back in, because the thread slack is really not meant to be reused. So if you just put it back again, it's like you will just get yourself like a bit of hassle. So I'd rather just replace the bolt as well with brand new injectors. so at least it will make your life easier if you want to change the same injectors again. As you can see me here, I'm just try to refit the brand new one with the brushes, brand new brushes as well, and brand new bolt as well back in, and then put everything back together as they used to be. And hopefully after we run the test again, the fuel leak test, hopefully we get in the normal, or the normal leaks that it should be. So that's about it. So we're just gonna go and put everything back together and do the test again. Here we are. So after refitting the new injectors and connecting the testing kit back again, and then switching the engine on, and then see how much fuel we are getting in them tubes. So as you can see here, the injector number 1, number 2, and number 4, obviously, as we have seen in the earlier test, they weren't got any leaks, so they don't have any kind of problem. They're not suffering from any kind of problem. So all the concern that we got is the injector number 3. So as you can see here, injector number 3 is like leaking the same amount as the rest of them. So I'm so happy with the result, so it shouldn't be any matter. And if you just follow this like going by the book and do this kind of fuel leak test, that will save you a lot of times, and obviously will help you out even to pin down exactly where that problems come from, because this is so complicated problem, you know, because you got so many parts to deal with, the high fuel pressure part of it and the low fuel pressure part of it, as I said in the beginning of the video. So you got the fuel pump, you got the fuel lines, you got the fuel filter, you got the injectors, you got the high fuel pressure. So you got a lot of stuff that could go wrong and trigger the P0087. So by doing the fuel leak test with the return line, so that will make the life very easy and will help us out to figure out where the problems come from as quickly as possible, so just to save us time and money. So that's about it. So now I'm just gonna put everything back together and take those test kits off, and then voila, the problem is being solved. So if you watch this video, please don't forget to do your bit just by share the video and subscribe, because you know that if you share the video, a lot of people that suffer from a problem will be able to see it. So because I've struggled with this problem, you see, because I had to waste a lot of time to figure out exactly where the problems come from. That's why I decided to make the video, so to make life rather very easy.